What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my demands. Like and subscribe. So, I was going to talk about something else. PlayStation. Oh, yeah, it's the Digital Foundry stuff. But I wanted to talk about Shuhei Yoshida real quick. Because this popped off like yesterday. And I was like, what's going on? What? What's going on with Shuhei? Here's how you share a game on PlayStation. Here. That guy. Remember him? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like he's leaving PlayStation. Now, I mean, they're dropping like flies over there. Jim Ryan. I mean, Herman Holtz is on the list. I know he's on the list. He's on the short list of being fired because of Concord, worst game ever in the history of video games. But Shuhei has been there forever. He was the man. Then he wasn't the man. Then they demoted him to indie man. And, they're like, let's give him something to do. We can't fire him because people love him. Sony don't care anymore. Toroki Shishoki Momoki, he's like, does he make us money? No, he's gone. So either they give him the same deal that Jim Ryan got to retire, or he's leaving on his own, on his own 2 feet, basically. 10 toes, not down, 10 toes moving out the dope. I mean, either way, I think they probably squeezing him out because the corporate kind of structure, what's going on at PlayStation, and really reorganizing the organization, and in that, his role as indie guy, the guy that controls indie games, don't make PlayStation money. Let's be real. And so that's why they're like, we don't need to pay this guy, I would assume, 6 figures for what? We're not making 6 figures off of his little indie games, right, that he's bringing in. So no, we're not doing this. Like I said, bottom line, it's all about money. But the way that I see PlayStation downslide, the degradation of its image is palpable, man. It's like, it's real. It's like they fired Jim Ryan, right? He retired. And I would like to think that Shuhei left on his own, like 2 feet or whatever. I would like to think he left on his own. And I looked at the Twitter feed, and he said, I forgot what the person asked, but he said, I would like to stay in the industry. Meaning that, once again, it's either two. Either he was forced out or he's leaving because the situation just isn't good, and he sees that, and he's like, nah, I'm gone. I'm more inclined to think that they forced him out. Regardless, the fact that he wants to stay in the industry is an indication that things aren't good at Sony. Things aren't, because Yoshida's been there for the good times. Good times that made it laugh. I'm trying to see the future of PlayStation, and it's hard to see because they don't even have a roadmap for their customers to illustrate the future of PlayStation. It's just like, we're PlayStation, and we're just gonna have, we'll have stuff, remake. That's what they do, and so, it's, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird, and it's telling at the same time. And you see it, and you see the donkey unicorns, you see the ponies, and they're not gonna admit to anything. Shuhei was one of the pillars of the managements of PlayStation, and he's gone. He's gone. January 1st, 5th, I forgot what day. He's gone. And so, who is there to guide the company, and who's there to? It's important for leadership at corporations to not only guide the company and make intelligent decisions for the company to make that money. But also, it's important to have a figurehead, if you will, whether it's a CEO or maybe a media person, to interact with their fans. That's important because it translates into sales. It translates into zeitgeist or mind share, all these things. It's important. It's part of the psychology of selling things, is to be like, yo, everybody likes us, so they're going to buy our stuff. You know, it's like I said, it's part of the whole psychology. It's like, example is, I've been kind of in the periphery looking at the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar stuff. And now Drake is suing UMG or something, his record label, because of defamation of character, because of what Kendrick said in one of his diss tracks and all this stuff, right? Calling him a predator. And I've been watching, right? I've been watching Twitter, and people are like, Drake, no, this is not what you do. And everybody's against Drake for basically not ratting him out, but like crying. You know, he quote unquote lost the battle. I don't know who. I mean, I guess it's subjective, but I would think Kendrick won. He's a better lyricist. Let's just be real. And Drake makes more catchier tunes. Whatever, whichever you want, brain dead catchy stuff, or you want something that make you think like, oh snap, that was very intelligent. That's the difference. Anyway, Drake did the thing, and now everybody on Twitter's, primarily, that's where I saw it, is not on Drake's side because, you know, of what he did. He cried to his label. He's suing his label because of this and that and the third. And it's like, you're a sore loser. It's like, what are you doing? This is a rap battle, saying, you know, and you're the one who started talking personal stuff, and he came back and clapped back with his personal stuff against you, and now you're crying. And that's what I mean when it's like public facing and your image is important to the public. And now the public is turned on Drake, and now the public is starting to turn on PlayStation because of a little thing here, a little thing there. Oh, Shuhei, he was a pillar. He's gone now. Poof, gone. There's no one at PlayStation right now to be like, yeah, that's my dude at PlayStation. He's good. He's a gamer. He loves us. Nobody's there. Nobody. And if they're there, nobody knows about them. So it's useless. Useless information and a useless position. If you're there and you're the most passionate gamer and you're there for the people, but nobody knows you, it doesn't even matter if you're there or not, because you have to be front facing for these customers, these potential money hats, or not money hats, but purchasing powers of the people to buy your product. And I mean, Sony is good at convincing people that they're the best, but you know, it's not just saying, oh, I'm the best, blah blah blah. You got to prove it, and the proof is in the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. I know Sony lies because they keep 160 million. I'm like, how are y'all selling PlayStation 2s? They just announced it again. How are you selling PlayStation 2s when you haven't been making them since like 2013? I think they stopped making PlayStation 2s, technically. How are you still selling units that aren't being made over a decade later, 11 years later? How did you sell 5 million units that weren't in production? How? Explain that to me. Explain the paradox that is, oh, we're selling product that we don't make anymore. How? That's my question. And that's why I always looking at Sony's side. I'm like, how is it 155? And magically Jim Ryan said, oh, it's 160. I was like, how are we going to trust Jim Ryan? He's the one who left, sold his stock, bounced, and left y'all in the lurch. Anyway, appreciate y'all hanging out, like, subscribe. Maybe in the comments below what you think about Shuhei bouncing. The state of PlayStation, it seems like it's getting dire and dire every day. We're going to talk about the whole Digital Foundry and PlayStation 5 Pro. That's going to be the next video. But wow, that's a whole nother thing. It's not looking good for the port station trash 5 potato. Anyway, preach. I'll check you out in the next one.